Cornell College student and a chemistry professor are gathering data on two topics: an ancient Iowa culture and lead levels in soil. Senior Lizzy Davidson and Professor Cynthia are working together on both projects over the summer. The soil samples come from a small tributary near Mount Vernon called Indian Creek.
Well, the main element we're specifically looking at is lead, and lead is very toxic and you don't really want it in the environment, so it's important to be able to monitor where lead levels are high so you can do something about it.
The second project involves examining pottery samples from the State Archaeologist's Office in Iowa City.
The pieces that we're looking at came from the Mill Creek culture, which was in northwest Iowa about 1,000 years ago. And there are questions about how much those people traded with other cultures at the same time. And if the idea is if the clay that was used to make the pottery came from a different location, and then it could have different trace element composition that we would be able to detect.
While the two projects are different, they both involve using the same instrument to gather data, an XRF.
We're using an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer to look at both kinds of samples, and the X-ray fluorescence spectrometer is our only portable instrument, so we can take it out in the field and look at soil or stream sediments, and we can take it down to Iowa City and look at the pottery samples. And in both cases we're interested in the trace element composition.
You just press it against whatever surface you want to analyze, you just pull down the trigger and you hold it, and you can do it for differing amounts of time, and the longer that you do it, the better the results will be.
Both projects are exploratory in nature, meaning these researchers are simply exploring whether the information they gather can be useful.
So if we look here, it says lead is 78 parts per million with an error of plus or minus about 16.
Davidson says she wants to help find more ways to use the XRF for data collection, and she's hopeful she can do that working with Professor Strong.
I really like being able to work with Cindy, especially one-on-one, so that we basically have time to discuss with each other what conclusions we can draw from our research, what the next steps are. We can go through and analyze every little problem together to make sure that all of our methods are working.
As the two dig into the research together this summer, Professor Strong says this isn't the beginning of Cornell's chemistry research program.
Student-faculty research in chemistry is a very important part of our department. We've had a summer research program in chemistry continuously for over 50 years.
This is just one story detailing all of the summer research projects going on at Cornell College. Watch for others on the Cornell College News Center or follow us on Facebook for more information.